Hello, everyone, and welcome to PAPAtv Live. Tonight is a very special event where we are trying out some of the new technologies that we will be using during the Pinburgh broadcast. So if you see some new things tonight that you've never seen before, that's because it actually is new. My name's John Replogo. I'm here with my dear friends Priyanka Koshar and Brian Tessier.
Hey,
hi, guys.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
And hey, everybody at home, we're going to not waste any time tonight. We're actually going to get right into it. We're going to be doing a Pinburgh-style finals. And the very first person up is going to be on Iron Maiden. That's Fred Cochran. And we're going to have some keys to the game. So we're going to be firing it up. We're going to be moving. We're going to be telling you what's going on with this game. So here we go.
All right, the keys to the game are brought to you by Papa and Path of Play. Eddy is the key. When not in Eddy mode, shooting white arrows adds letters to Eddy. When Eddy is completed, shoot the center ramp to start a mode. Two of the modes are multi-balls. All right. Can I play with multi-balls? Shooting the drop target's lights lock for trooper multi-ball, while shooting the captive ball adds mummy letters towards mummy multi-ball. Both of these multi-balls can be stacked with a single ball Eddy modes. And then power feature. Shooting a certain number of spinners, targets, pop bumpers, ramps, and orbits starts the respective power feature and starts to build the power jackpot. Shoot the power jackpot target before draining to cash out. The more you do, the better the return.
All right. Thank you very much, Bianca.
All right, let's bring it back to Fred Cochran, starting out player one on Iron Maiden. All right, so this is a real competition game, so we're going to actually call it a little bit more seriously than we normally do on a PAPAtv Live. So Fred's going to short plunge here, and he gets it to a right flipper.
Now, the short plunge is just to get the ball under control as quick as possible, correct, John?
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting decision. He got a ball save by doing that, and let's see if it's to his advantage. He decides to shoot some loops.
I think loops is always a good thing to start shooting in this game.
Do you normally go for the skill shot or short plunge in competition?
Well, if it's set on tournament mode, shooting in tournament mode, a lot of times they turn off the ball saves. If you make a skill shot, it gives you a ball save anyways.
Ah, it's a reward for making the shot.
That's correct.
So. I thought it was supposed to add like 15 seconds.
So Fred gets 5.5 million points, which is actually not nothing on this game, but I'm sure he would have preferred getting more. So Pete starts out with a skill shot. Did you see how it said ball save when you get the skill shot?
Sure did. We hope you at home can see that nice and clear on our displays there today. Petey held up the flippers to get the carom into the drop targets.
So he already locked a ball for mummy, but he has to spell mummy again to start it.
Whoa.
Oh, that was a little bit of an air ball, and then it came right down the middle. I think an aggressive move might have worked, but this game has a different D-bounce than most of the new Sterns. So if you do a big move on this game, you might just go directly danger, danger, tilt, as opposed to that stuff you can get away. Yeah, they changed the operation of the D-bounce on Iron Maiden.
Okay.
There's a loop. There's another loop. And there's...
Ooh. That was a nice save.
Yeah, he still had his ball save, so he is getting ready for his loop and loop jackpots. And it looks like he's going to go right for that. Now he's ready to go. The loop jackpots are ready to go. If he can get it back up to that, we'll see the scores go up quick. Oh, interesting. He decided to go right into his mode. So until you shoot that first loop jackpot, it is not running. So his timer is not rolling on that. So he can still save that up for a bit if he decides. Nice drop catch. Right up into a center target shot.
Yep. And that's his second sarcophagus lock or first?
I don't believe he has any sarcophagus lock.
Or mummy
yet.
lock, I mean.
Yeah, you only get one mummy lock.
Oh, okay.
And you can see on Iron Maiden that the geometry is really bad when you get side-to-side motion.
Yeah.
He starts with 9.7 million, which isn't a great score, but his progress is actually fairly decent. Now, I don't think he's going to get to keep the progress he made on the super loops, but them's the breaks.
He'll be able to get back there pretty quickly, it seems, though, wouldn't he? I mean, he was able to just right off the bat, a couple shots in a row.
That's the advantage of being a very talented player like Chris, where he can really go attack things.
Yeah, 28th in the world, man, you know.
It's impressive.
Sure is. I mean, John's not too shabby himself over here. I'm not sure what your ranking is at the moment, John, but I know
Probably
you're up
about
there.
the same as Chris.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know you're up there, buddy.
That was a nice nudge by Jake.
That
A
was
little
very
up
nice.
nudge that brought it back into the in lane. And a good drop catch. And he gets some more shots progress towards Eddie. And then he managed to get a stuck ball.
Yeah, it'll unstuck.
Up there, it unstuck.
Yeah, that post went down and freed the ball. Nice of the game.
There's a loop. There's another loop. Third loop.
Ooh.
Okay, Mummy lock is now lit.
Okay.
And he has locked the ball for Mummy. And he also spelled Eddie, so he's started a mode.
Yes.
Here we go.
And Rime of the Ancient Mariner is a multi-ball mode?
That's right. When he hits that center shot, he'll be able to start a multi-ball if he hits it right in the bullseye.
Oh.
Ooh, a little bit of a brick. Too far to the right.
Right there.
Hey, there's some of our new technology.
Yeah.
It's flashing.
Let's see if he passes it over. I would have suggested passing it over there. Okay, he's still got time. Now he doesn't.
Oh.
And that's a shame because
So he had to make that to collect the...
in order to get the multi-ball, you actually have to make that shot.
There's no pity time period after that where he just gives it to you. Okay.
I don't know if there's a little bit of a grace period, but there's no grace period when you hit the outlane.
No, none at all.
There might not be many grace periods because I know when you do out of balls for multi-ball, there really isn't much of a grace period where you can extend it.
Fred goes right after the loops. He has his loop jackpots lit. See if he decides to cash that in. But he also has a mode lit right now. He post passes. That means he's going up the center.
Yeah,
There he
nice.
goes. He takes his mode. Hallowed be thy name. So this is a single player mode where the spinners can be worth ridiculous amounts of points. Oh no, that's Fear of the Dark. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Nice nudge there.
And flying through those in lanes.
Yeah. His loop jackpots are running now. The timer has been set. Let's see if
Okay.
he decides to cash some in. Boom, 7.5 million points.
Oh, man.
Nothing wrong with that.
He's working on lighting his lock from the drop targets on his third completion of them here.
And you can see he also has a power mode running now. He has power spinners running, but he's going right back after those loop jackpots. But now you can see that if you don't complete the loop jackpots, it starts timing down now.
Yeah.
It's no longer quite as easy as it once was.
So that triangle that's flashing red, is that a mode, like to finish a mode?
That is a tomb award. So the first time you hit that tomb award, it's going to be worth 15 million points, times whatever multiplier you have in play.
Oh,
Talking
wow.
about this guy. It's
That-
also lit for a ball lock.
That's right. So you can
And
see
this
it's
one.
flashing red and green.
And he got his ball lock right there.
And he's almost to another mode as well.
Yeah,
So
he's-
Fred's setting things up well here. Now
Shoot
he's
up the
spelled
middle.
Eddie.
Lets the ball dead bounce.
And you can see which mode he has active down right above the flippers
Oh.
by the circular things that are right there. That indicates which mode is active.
These ones.
That's right. And so I haven't memorized all of what they are, and it's a little bit hard to read it on the screen we have here, but you can change that mode by hitting the right or the left spinner.
Right there.
Oh.
And that shot also gives you progress towards something called Revive, which is a outlane ball save.
And when you get it, the outlane's like flash blue, like a really clear blue.
And I'm learning more about this game here in this, a little bit than I have in prior coverage. This is great.
I got to learn sort of a crash course on this game in New York.
Yeah, that was where my last big learning experience
Oh.
was watching you play it, John.
Yeah, well, yeah, I learned.
Hey, great job, buddy. There's nothing to be sad about there.
Well, since the Kickback got one, I've been obsessed with Iron Maiden because it's so much fun and hard to play.
So a little shout out to the person playing. Pete Hendricks actually won for the first time Pittsburgh Pinball League. He defeated an incredibly tough field of players, over 100 players in the field. And he, for the first time in 32 seasons, he actually managed to take a championship home.
Isn't that great?
We're really proud of him,
Way to
and we're really
go.
happy for him. In the process, he managed
Ooh.
to take out both
What?
Chris found the super secret skill shot.
Do you know what that gives you?
25 million points and a bunch of ball saver time. That's what he gave him. Holy majolies.
So, yeah, that's pretty cool. 25 million points.
For plunging the outlane, for the Congo skill shot.
That seems broken. Gotta say it.
I'm not in disagreement with you on that, John.
I like it. I like the Congo skill shot.
But for 25 million points on a game that doesn't score that much, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not on board yet. You're gonna have to sell me on it.
I'm not the salesman.
All right.
Me neither. I'm gonna give up.
All right. Jake steps up. He tries to plunge the skill super
Oh wait,
crazy skill
did
shot.
he give it?
He got a different skill shot instead. That was pretty cool. And he managed to get a ball save out of that, which is really important.
And he's got his loops ready to go.
Oh, he was way late on that one.
Yeah, he sure was.
That's okay, though.
Yeah.
You can tell when your loop jackpots are lit is this little triangle right there.
Mm-hmm. The
And they're
orange. Is that
flashing.
orange? Yeah.
Sort of red.
Red. Okay.
Red is the color of money in this game.
Okay. I can go with that, John. That works out just fine.
All right, let's see if he takes the lock shot he has lit.
Is his mummy multi-ball ready to go? It looks like it. There it goes.
Yeah, good call.
Just like that in the mummy.
All right, so he has an add-a-ball in Mummy if he can get the mystery lights. And I'm struggling with the method of this madness for that.
Just got a ball save.
Oh, and he's looping his power 6.3 million point power jackpot.
Wow. That's
He has
pretty
some
powerful.
control.
Okay, he's nice and trapped up right now. Now he wants to figure out what he wants to do.
Oh, did you just see the way
That
he
was-
just plucked that jackpot?
That was beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, look
Oh
at this.
man,
Another one.
another ramp. He gets his add-a-ball. Okay, so the add-a-ball on this was the ramps.
I believe so. Yeah, you have to make so many of the flashing.
One of each ramp,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah,
You might be right on that, John. Yeah.
One of I always forget which is which, but one of them is you shoot the orb, and that's the mystery, and that gives you an add-a-ball.
He's got two
And-
times playfield going. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah,
there?
that's
Or-
correct. So you can see that in the center, 2 times playfield is running right now. Every point on the board is multiplied by 2. If he were to get a tomb award right now, remember I told you about that 15 million point tomb award? It would be worth 30. So
Wow.
this is big stuff, and watch his score. He is now moving into the lead.
And to get multipliers, you have to hit the X targets
All
over
the little
playfield.
X.
And then the in lane, when it's lit, it says advanced multiplier. Is that what starts it?
It says activate X, I believe.
Activate. Begins with an A.
That's it. It does completely.
Okay, so I was told I was a little bit incorrect on the add-a-ball progress to this, and I thank Steve in the chat room for
Thank you,
letting me
Steve.
know. And sorry, I don't know it all, but look at that loop jackpots, 27 million points.
Great ball by Jake.
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, I gotta say, I know I've criticized this before, but I'm gonna say it again. I think the loop jackpots are too lucrative and need to be changed.
Okay.
Because otherwise this just becomes a game about who can hit upper loops better than the other players, and I don't like that. All right, so he shoot down the albatross.
So
This is it.
And that's the albatross. He takes a good bounce, good drop catch, and he nails the albatross.
And that spits out a ball for him.
So do we know the out-of-ball for this multi-ball? We don't want to say the wrong one.
I'm just going to keep my mouth shut and talk about loop and supers, which is about what he's about to do. And wow, nice. Okay, so it was the orb that time. It had to have been because that's what he pounded, and then a ball popped out. Okay. And you know how you light the orb by those drop targets up in the middle of the playfield, the same place where you get the locks.
Gotcha.
Priyanka, you are crushing this telestrator.
I love it. This is my new best friend.
And,
does that mean I've been replaced already? Dang.
Not sorry.
With this, Fred is getting awfully close to catching Jake here, and if he can grind out a few more. Oh, nice dig, but he lost his molly ball.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's got 2 balls locked, and his 3rd ball is locked for molly ball. So let's see if he decides to go get a mode before entering this molly ball.
I think that would be a good strategy.
I think that's a
good.
risky strategy.
It's a risky. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think you could go either way.
His mode right now
he was going for the multi-ball.
Icarus, which is a multi-ball mode, I believe, isn't it? Isn't that one of the multi-ball modes?
That was a great nudge to keep it alive. It's time for him to get his multi-ball before he runs out of inlanes.
Yeah.
You're right. I just realized it's ball 3. If it was ball 2, then it would be something different.
I agree with you.
There it is. There it is.
Check this out. 15 million points for the tomb. He takes the lead, and he starts a multi-ball. So he's going to be grinding out a non-mode multi-ball, but he can also work on his power modes during this multi-ball, which is important.
Yeah.
So your power modes are right here, but also if you want to know how many more shots you need to get them, it's right up here.
So it's pays to pay attention to the heads-up display.
He's got 2 times play field. It's going to start getting a little more interesting, maybe.
That's right. I mean, so he's trapping up a lot here, and that 2 times play field is running. Now, look, he got the atta ball. That was big.
Clutch.
Especially when he just drained 2 balls out. His multiplier still running.
15 million shot.
Yeah. This is big stuff.
Spot loop award.
Nice. Slows it down. Figure out what else you want to shoot for.
Yep.
It looks like he really wants that inner loop, this guy.
Yeah, I mean, Fred's been going for that the entire game. He's been not afraid of shooting at that shot, and honestly, he's been making it.
Yeah.
So if you can make that shot, why not?
Wow, super jackpot.
Aggressive save there, though.
A little bit, yes. Did he get a warning there?
And a little bit of a player error, but that's okay. He traps up, and he still has some action going on. And he's got a second tomb award, which is Super Slings.
Super Slings?
It's super. So do you see that? 250K for each slingshot. Now, you might say, oh, that's nothing. Get into a multi-ball with that, and you'll find out how nothing that is.
I think it's pretty interesting. I never, one of the power jackpots is Super Slings. That's pretty cool.
All right,
or
so
Super Pops.
He takes a mummy multi-ball, and here we go. 158 million and counting for Mr. Cochran.
Seems nice and relaxed right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is the side of Fred. This is the dangerous side of Fred, and he's got his revives lit now on the outlanes as well.
Right there and right there. And you get your revives by getting revive levers from the spinner.
Oh, what
a dig. What a dig.
Lord have mercy.
He likes playing on television. That was a good shot. Oh.
Extra ball.
An extra ball seems to be on, which that's an interesting thing.
Oops.
I didn't think Papa had those.
We forgot to put it back into tournament mode, perhaps.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. 203 million. Even if he wasn't able to play the extra ball, that's a crushing score right now.
It sure is.
Now he's going for loops again.
But notice this time it'll count down if he doesn't collect them.
The fast too.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's already lost a level. Nice nudge. Didn't want to use his other revive yet. Still got 2 times multiplier. And back for the loops. Here he comes. Oh, he really wants those loops. He just needs to hit that inner spinner shot, and he's gonna
Inner spinner. Oh, but he fumbles.
That was still an amazing.
fumble, but a quality ball. Fred Cochran says, "I'm not taking last place." He says he's going to. Let's see what the ruling is here from the tournament official. We'll have to ask Mr. Polka. What is he going to do here?
Should he plunge it or play it?
Mr. Polka has no idea what happens in Pinburgh when you get an extra ball. So,
we're just gonna. Looks like he's gonna plunge it off.
yeah, he definitely has to plunge it off, but he's going to play it in the meantime.
Okay. Yeah, it's because there's ball save going.
Okay,
see?
so you can extend the playfield X timer by hitting more of the X's. And interestingly enough, if you had a ball cradle on the right, like Fred did right there, and you shoot it up the left in lane, there's a target at the top of the in lane that you can shoot. That will it'll spot you any one of the X's that you don't have. So there's actually a shat shot on this game. That's what
shat shot.
It's another
alley
amazing
pass.
save.
Yeah.
So, would you go for loops, or I see that he only has 5 ramps left until he gets all his power modes.
Oh, that would be huge if he could get the ramps. I don't know if he. I mean,
he has a multi-ball right now. There's 4 more ramps, and then
yeah,
once
3
you
more
get all-
ramps.
And this
It
is a good
looks
mode
like
for
he's
it, too.
He's going for it. I think he knows what's going on.
You think he knows what's going
Oh,
on?
I think he knows. Oh, look out! That was a.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh!
What a save! That was robbing. He robbed Iron Maiden.
That was an
I
incredible
thought he
no
liked
flip.
I thought he liked it. Oh, here's the loop jackpots. Here we go.
Nope.
If you get all your power jackpots, that starts Cyborg. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. The Cyborg multi-ball, which is really cool to get to.
Yeah, but okay. He needs how many ramps?
2 more ramps.
2 more ramps.
So that's left or right? Because I don't think
Yeah,
the
the
center one
is not
doesn't
considered a
count.
ramp, right? I think I would switch everything, all my focus to getting those ramps at this point.
This one and this one. But also, he might not know it pays to look up on the screen because it says 2, right? Oops,
Well, I mean,
right there.
I'll tell you what, it's sometimes hard to be
Yeah.
perfectly in the situation, and he looks like he's just going to go for loops.
Oh my!
It seems like
He's going for mummy as well.
he
He's
got money, but now if he now he might get it. Let's see if he pull this out. Because
Yeah, that's pretty good.
he needs 2 ramps. Okay. He needs 2 ramps to start the mode. And then he would have to get more. Oh, he was going for a ramp there. For sure. And
He
there.
looks like he's going for him. At least with multi-ball, you have a little bit of insurance.
He's just trying to get control of the ball there.
There's one.
Oh, almost. Get some control.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely shooting ramps.
You think at this point?
Oh, nice trap up. And there's a ramp.
Oh, easy peasy.
Balls are added for getting the ramps. Let's see if he continues to shoot those ramps. How many more does he need?
He started power
7
ramps.
more.
Needs 7 more.
And then you can't time that out either, right? You just got to collect all those before you can move on.
After you collect a certain amount of those, it will light the power jackpot, which is the same shot as the orb, but that's where they get the mystery. And that would complete the mode, and then that would prep him, and he would be ready for Cyborg at that point.
Oh.
Pays to be dialed in. These are some all real good shots he's making.
He's just chilling, listening to some Iron Maiden. That's all.
Yeah.
He's got another mode
Flight of
going.
Icarus, how many modes has he done? This is the 4th mode, it looks like, coming up
So
here.
he has one more mode, and then there's, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's another mode, the 2 minutes to midnight, which is on the top. I think you only get that when you do all the rest. I've only seen it a handful of times.
We're actually seeing quite the quite the amazing game by Fred Cochran.
That was beautiful.
What a ball.
That was a good score.
But you know, there are still 3 more players that have to play.
There's nothing. I love the bonus melts. Bonus meltdowns are the coolest thing in the world.
They are.
Once again, if you're just joining us this evening, we are sitting here testing out new equipment that we're going to use for the Pinburgh broadcast. So we're running a mock Pinburgh tournament right now. We are running a
4-game bank.
4-game bank. I'm sorry, I got distracted by that train. I was wondering if Mr. Hendricks was done. We're running a 4-game bank, and we're going to crown a champion of Mini Pinburgh tonight. And I haven't gotten the actual crown that we're going to be giving away, but I'm told it's going to be delivered to the booth at some time during the evening.
Ooh.
And we're going to stick it on their head. It might just be a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken turned upside down, but there will be an actual crown for the winner.
I think that gimmick's already been taken, John.
Buckethead. Oh, there it was. Did you see that? Chris actually shats the in lane.
For the super
Just-
skill shot.
And you know why he did it? Because he's a show-off.
He did not hear that, so that's good.
That's a great reason, John.
So what did he start? Oh, Aces High?
He started aces high.
You can kind of read it. This one's Aces High.
Yeah.
It's a 2-ball multi-ball.
If once you get the
Oh, he
multi-ball
started
qualifier.
Mummy?
Oh. Yeah, this is Mummy.
Oh, this is
You
Mummy?
shoot the sarcophagus.
Ah, gotcha.
I saw like the animation for Aces High, but he may have ended that.
So as soon as he rolls over his in lane there, he will qualify his multiplier. He has not started
Okay.
that yet, though. And he chooses to activate it. Either that or he busted up a cradle separation.
Possibly.
But it only works for a limited period of time. Let's see if he goes for his power jackpot during it. Oh, that was a nice
That was
backhand.
Backhand swept the targets. Because why not?
Okay, so he takes his power jackpot for 13.6 million points. He's getting close to catching up to Jake, who's player 4.
Yeah.
And after that, then he's just going to put on the gas and see if he can climb the large hill that he needs to climb to get to Fred.
So the Power Jackpot is this stand-up, right? Is that right?
That's correct. It's the orb shot there, yeah.
So have you seen pictures of the LE? It's actually like a captive ball. The orb shot, which was really interesting. I never saw that.
Oh, wow. No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I haven't actually gotten to play the LE versions of this yet. I'm patiently waiting.
We'll get there, John.
I saw one at Sunshine. I actually was there a couple weeks ago, and they had one. It's the first time I saw one.
I have been told by a source I trust that there will be many Stern games at this year's Replay FX, and that you'll get to play probably all, I'm not going to promise all, but most of the latest offerings in multiplicity.
Wow.
I just like saying that word.
See,
Multiplicity.
Aces High total. So he must have had them running at the same time.
Yes, and his mode is solid, so yeah, it must have been running at the same time. Good call.
I pay attention sometimes.
Oh, that was
You're paying
that was an
attention a lot of the
aggressive save.
times.
Did he get a danger for that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He needs one drop target to light lock. He's thinking about what he's doing there. He
Ooh, he
nailed
went
it.
for
He did that.
He did the thing. The game is ordering him to shoot the orbits.
And he obliges.
He does.
He packs the cannon full of firing powder.
There's another lock.
That was a sneaky one.
Do you have a favorite shot on this game? Because my favorite shot is that spinner, like right above that upper flipper.
I like shooting the ramp through the pops. That's just so satisfying.
I can never make it, but it is nice when you get it.
It's nice when you get it right. I brick that all the time. I think there's a lot of satisfying shots in this game, and there's a lot of flow on it when things go right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta love a good combo game. And multiple spinners. I also like the revive spinner because the sound it makes when it adds like letters is pretty neat.
Like you put a lot of time in on this machine already.
I told you I'm obsessed.
That sounds like I gotta get myself to Kickback one of these afternoons.
Get yourself to Mars.
Oh, that's a bit of a travel, John. That's the Lawrenceville's a little closer.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Wow.
That was so beautiful.
Oh, that was gorgeous.
It was like a little up nudge, and it bounced it back in.
That was a nudge from a top skill nudger in the world, right there. That was absolutely a top tier nudge.
Well, he's slowing it down.
He's trying.
But he doesn't want to slow it. Oh, boy. Can't slow it down too much when you got your multipliers running.
And it's gone. No, just about
There's
gone.
this tomb.
And that's 30 million points. He
Tomb
got it on
treasure.
the last second. He got the double or...
That was
for the 15
something
million.
else, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
now it's out.
my. Oh, my. Oh.
Two dangers.
Oh.
That's the second move he's put on this machine. He is getting... he's borrowing time.
As we like to mention, John, yeah, he has definitely borrowed some time.
And that one's gone.
He knew it.
Now, he knew it. It was a good ball. He actually managed to catch Jake. He's guaranteed himself at least a third place at this point.
Yep.
So that's something because in this format, the scoring goes 3 points for the winner, 2 points for the second place finisher, 1 point for the third place finisher, and the fourth place finisher gets a big fat goose egg.
Ooh. Don't want those.
Yeah,
No,
the
goose
way
eggs
he
are
lost
bad.
it was, I mean, you got to be wary because anytime it like bounces off of here, it tends to fly down this side.
Doug has pointed out to me that they're not points, John. They're wins, which is completely accurate and a fair point.
That is a very good point,
but
John.
I like points.
They don't stress me
Can I
as
have points,
much if
Doug?
I call them points instead of wins.
Doug says I need to get wins, not points. Okay, so collect your wins, folks, at Pinburgh.
Oh.
And Jake takes a rather rough drain. I think I would have tried to put a move on that to save it because, I mean, what has he got to lose?
Nothing.
And Fred gets a high score.
So Fred Cochran, classics master, proves that he is not only all about classics, and he puts his daughter's name in, which is really sweet.
Aw.
So the standings after the first game, Fred actually pulls up a nice, a really nice finish, and he takes first place in the game. Second is Chris. Third goes to Jake, and Pete brings up the rear in the first game, but that doesn't mean he's out of the competition. Now it looks like joining us here in the booth is Mr. Cochran, who's going to give us a reaction to how he did in the first game.
My first reaction is my profile picture is horrible. It's awful. I take a terrible picture. No, I just wanted to make some shots, man. It sounds kind of cliched, but get the mode started, get multi-balls.
Were you thinking about going for the final powered mode that you had lit to see if you could get to Cyborg?
No, I knew I was close, but I was really just trying to get get mode started. I was close to on modes too to getting 2 minutes to midnight as well. But it would have been we'd still be playing right now if I was going to go for that.
Are you nervous after you're winning the first game that you might actually have a shot at winning the first Pinburgh?
The Pinburgh? No, I'm not nervous at all. I'm actually kind of shocked that I won.
So am I.
Yeah, I know, John. I'm not
Congratulations, Fred.
Thank you. I appreciate that,
Thanks
John.
for joining us in the booth.
No problem, buddy. Hopefully I'll be back some other time whenever I can make fun of you. Thanks, guys.
It was
Keep
nice
up
to see.
You as well. Thank you. Hey, keep up the good work.
Ow. Ow. Guess I deserved that. This is still PAPAtv Live and not a real Pinburgh broadcast, because in a real Pinburgh broadcast, he wouldn't have bonked me on the head.
All right, let's talk about the Intergalactic Pinball Tournament for a second here, guys.
Go ahead, Brian.
It'll be during Replay FX. Its qualifying starts on Friday at 3 p.m. And that runs until midnight, and then Saturday 10 a.m. to midnight for qualifying, and the finals will be Sunday.
So, if I remember correctly, in the old Pinburgh format, the old Replay FX format, the qualifying didn't start until Saturday for this tournament, but now it actually starts on Friday, and you can get some action. I know that there's a lot of special things that are going on for people who volunteer to do scorekeeping, and I know there's been a call out to do scorekeeping for that. And what are we looking at here? We're looking at Anne Margaret on.
I got distracted.
I know. I mean, so this is one of the games that will be featured in the Intergalactic Pinball Championship Festival tournament.
I have a side note that even if you play in Pinburgh, you could still play in Intergalactic.
You could do both.
You can do both.
You can have it all.
If you really want to.
The world is your oyster, and so is Anne Margaret. Anne Margaret is there to welcome you when you play Wizard. Thanks, Bree.
She looks better that way.
All right, so are we going to...
We'll give away the first 4 games here. We gave away one with Wizard.
Ooh, Radical.
Another game we'll give away is Radical. That'll be in the Intergalactic Tournament.
And this game is 4 Flippers of Doom. And my
4 Flippers of Doom.
Skate or die.
I love watching certain players play this game. This game is very much about being able to hit the upper loops and adequately build your progress towards a multi-ball, which is a 2-ball multi-ball, and then you can hit the jackpot shot for 5 million points.
Yep.
Which is huge.
Huge.
I've watched 2 players I'd love to talk about on this. Andre Mazenkov, who shoots the center repeatedly and frenetically, and also Julio, I can't say Julio's last name, but Julio from Italy, who actually will backhand the drop targets and then just shoot the upper loop repeatedly, and he will grind out 40 million points every time he plays the game.
Oh, my gosh.
Amazing.
You can play this game for a long time, and it's like magical when you see it happen.
I have never been able to.
Game 3, Paragon.
Oh, not like this.
Not like this. This is the prototypical not like this game. And well, what else can we say about Paragon? Is one of the classic wide body bally games that is one of the tournament standards, and it is mean. It showcases skills with tap passing and also shooting inline drop targets, and you got to make sure you don't go like this in the Beast Slayer.
You got to avoid the beast.
And the final game for this little break is going to be Old Chicago. There's nothing good we can say about this game because this is the worst pinball game that was ever made in the history of all pinball.
That's too much. He's going too much. Old Chicago is super fun. A lot of folks don't like it because it's got 2 big out lanes and 2 pops right above them and your flippers. But you can really play. We used to play Old Chicago all the time.
I burnt an Old Chicago in a massive pyre fire.
Yeah.
That's not actually true. Just before like the lynch mobs come after me for burning a pinball machine, I have not burnt one, and I've actually mended my ways.
He's just tried to with his
Please
mind.
stop sending me messages asking for his
address. So we're going to be moving on to the second game of the series here, and we are going to give the keys to the game for this game. This is Super Straight, which is an electromechanical game. It is made by Sonic. Sonic games were really interesting because, well, actually, go ahead and give us the keys to the game here, and then I'll get back to that.
All right. Talk to the hand. Collecting various poker cards enables features on the playfield. The kings open the bottom gate, aces light the double bonus lane, jacks light the collect bonus hole, and tens light the 1,000 pop bumpers. A straight and a straight flush light, extra ball, and special respectively. The best cash out. Most of the features on the game either build or augment the end of bonus ball. To try to make the most of your ball by maximizing your bonus collect, and watch the spinner for advanced bonus opportunities. Spin and win. Once your bonus is maxed out, shooting the spinner would award 1,000 points per spin instead of 100. This can be a way to really drive a score away from your opponents.
All right, so let's take it down to Mr. Fred Cochran, who is going first on Super Straight. This is actually a game that I would expect Fred to have an advantage on. He's known as a Classics player, and he is extremely good at the Classics machines. However, all the players in this group are strong finishers, and I could see anybody come back and make this a really interesting game. But this is just game 2, so we're just getting started.
And for anyone who's new, since this is electromechanical, there will be 5 balls.
That's
Oh, that's
correct.
a good point.
Don't forget.
That's every time he goes in that little hole on the side there, it's going to advance his bonus. And he's advancing his bonus every time it goes up that middle lane. Oh, you got a lot done there, though.
That wasn't a horrible ball by any means.
No, he come out with over 100. That's pretty decent.
Anytime you can advance your bonus up in this game, that's where you want to be. Oh, nice save by Pete.
Oh, my
That's
goodness.
beautiful.
Wow, he brought out the big clubs, and he
Oh!
and he saved that from sure oblivion.
Oh.
All right, Chris is looking for a little redemption. He wanted to chase down Fred in the last game, but he wasn't
it
able
wasn't
to do
happening.
it. So let's see if he can chase down Fred's ball 1 of 125,000. Oh, he gets an advanced bonus. That's good.
So you can see the bonus advancing over here. It's important to know how much bonus you have on an EM because at the end of your ball you collect it.
Mm-hmm.
And some EMs don't have bonuses.
Yeah, so
Oh.
all right. Well, that's actually not a bad start. Chris is going to end up with 62,000. Unfortunately, it's only half of his the score that Fred got on ball 1. Now let's see if Jake really needs to get some points in this game.
Yes, he does.
He took a 0 on game 1, and
Oh,
And-
that is not the start.
I
There's
don't
nothing
know.
you can do
Wha-
about that.
Yeah, what are you going to do about that?
Wave at the ball as it goes down the middle.
All right, so Mr. Cochran is interacting with the producers, which is actually a no-no. So
Market 0.
Market 0.
what are you talking about? I'm actually going to go yell at the producers in a little bit. Shout out to Mike Promo. You can see him in the background behind Pete's hat. Him and Joe came down from Canada just to help out with tonight's broadcast, and we really appreciate it. You want to tell us straight there? Tell us straight, Mike.
I did. There he is.
See, that's Mike.
He's the best.
He is pretty awesome.
And that was Evan who wanted to get in the shot with him.
That's Evan.
That's Evan.
He's operating the other camera, which is really nice.
Oh.
Okay, so Chris has a rough ball, too. It looks like all the players are having rough ball, twos.
Man, we're back up to Jake already.
And, okay, Jake is looking for some redemption. He needs to be able to flip first. Let's see if he can plunge. That was a good plunge. That's going to be worth
there
10.
it
That's a bonus advance.
So is this a gate always open? Or is
Yes,
it
that one is open all the time.
That was another good shot, and that'll get him.
Oh.
Man, you can only get the points it's going to give you sometimes.
Yeah.
Because he made his shot, he made his plunge, and it said that's all you're getting.
However, he is in second place or third place after that ball. So. Oh. It's almost like a good 3/4 of an inch from the top of that slingshot to that divider between the in lane and the out lane there. That's good luck.
Yeah.
Good
once
luck,
it,
folks.
once it goes over there, you're in trouble.
Oh, he's getting the good bounce.
double lanes nice? Oh, more lanes.
He's at 50,000 bonus all before he even flips the flipper for the first
Wow.
time.
He nailed that spinner.
Oh, the last one he did on his own. This one, that was gone.
But 80,000 bonus just like that, John.
That gets him back in the game, and now he has actually moved ahead of Fred Cochran and is he's running towards the finish line.
Oh, did he short plunge into that hole?
Yes, I think he did.
That was it was interesting. I guess you can do that.
Yeah, it advances a bonus if you do it.
Oh.
But here's the thing: then you don't get control over your plunge to the top, and maybe it's worth more to actually collect at the top. Yeah, to each their own.
Well, you have 2 at the top that give you advanced bonus, John. So I think the odds aren't terrible. I mean,
This game looks really fun, but there's some safe shots, not so safe shots. Like the spinner goes right into the pops.
yeah, the spinner.
So that could be nasty. And then on the sides of the spinner, there are 2 drops and huge rubbers. So if those drops are down, the feed from them is going to be pretty nasty.
Pre, you just said that there were safe shots and not so safe shots. I'd really like you to tell us straight where the safe shots on this game are.
Over here.
So if you can shoot the ball there, you're good. Okay, got that.
I think shooting the gate is a pretty safe shot. The
Oh,
upper
yeah.
gate.
Yeah, but you still have to survive the feed, which
I
seems
haven't
to
seen a
be-
direct shot to the gate yet. Oh, there! I'm proven wrong now.
There it is, and he gets a bonus advance. Pete's making the most out of this. He's actually he's definitely going to.
Oh, look at that shot. Oh, look. Oh,
I
he's
like-
He's
getting
now
all the
going
luck.
to move into the lead, and there's another bonus advance. 60,000 points in bonus he's got built
He's
up.
at 80,000, John.
Wow.
That's how quick it can change. Oh, look at that!
90,000.
He did that amazing save again.
He has an opportunity to light double bonus on an in lane that keeps switching.
Oh, other players are screaming in the background. They are so scared of the actions
just-
that Pete is doing right now.
He's just nailing the spinner, which also, if this is lit, advances bonus.
But since his
Yeah, but
bonus
he's
is maxed
he's
out,
maxed out. He just wants
Oh,
that
wow.
doubler now.
his spinner is now 1,000 to spin.
Can you chats on this game?
Oh.
Sure.
Sure, but that is a
John
tight
can.
angle there to make the turn up to the switch.
Mm-hmm.
Double bonus or not, that was a full bonus collected.
Yeah.
He moves up to 360 or 80,000 points.
Chris survived to pass through the spinner back to the flippers.
I forgot that this was a Sonic game. Are there many Sonic games that we play regularly here?
We have a couple of them. The awesome things about these games is that they have the plastic playfields.
Oh, yeah.
Monaco would be an example of one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Monaco. I love
Yeah,
Monaco.
Mars Trek.
Mars Trek.
Or is that Segasa? Segasa.
Oh,
Mars
that
Trek.
But
might
they-
be right on that.
But and that's the neat things about these games. They've survived really well because of those plastic playfields.
Yeah.
I'm sure someday we're going to come into the pop facility and all these are going to deteriorate instantly at once. It's going to be like after the guy drank out of the wrong cup
Yeah.
in Indiana Jones. And
That's right what
The
I was
Last
thinking
Crusade.
about, John. Oh, Jake.
I don't know. I think that one was savable.
I think so as well. I think he just needed to slap the right flipper there to
yeah,
save that one.
he
John.
might want that attempt back.
Now, I don't know if you can't see this, but all the players are standing really close to Fred, watching intently what's happening.
The reaction speed required there was
That's
I
the
thought that was beyond of what Fred was capable of at this point, but he still has great reaction speeds.
that's what makes these playfields great, John, is that they don't lose speed as the games get older. They just stay fast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure this game played just as fast out of the box day one.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know what the cleaning procedures are for a game like this, or I mean, I imagine you wouldn't be using Novus on it, or maybe you would.
I don't. That's a very good question.
But whoever came up with the idea to coat it with plastic, thank you.
Oh. And that's Fred's done with his 5th ball.
All right, Pete steps up, and he actually already has a point going in
Yeah.
here. He has a large lead over all the players, too. This could be his opportunity to catch back up. Oh, look at that.
Whoa, look at that. My goodness.
Just straight ripping that center spinner. It's so nice.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say here that Pete has secured himself a first place. I know you're not supposed
John,
to say
that's
stuff like that.
Bold.
But that was a great game. Over 500,000 points on Super Straight. The closest player to him that still has to play is Chris, and he needs 300,000 points in order to catch him. He would need a doubler and a full max.
Ooh, and not
And
going like
Super
that.
Straight says
That's what
no.
I said about that dangerous
Now,
rubbers.
Jake was only 10, 20,000 points behind, so
He can pick up some points. Just has to have a really nice ball.
you just gotta one little bit at a time. Target one player's score, then the next, and then the next.
Oh, look at that. That was a good nudge.
No.
Ah,
He needed to give it just a little more of a nudge when it came down to that metal out lane.
I would have hit it
divider.
with the right hand on the side of the cabinet to just encourage it over.
And he did
I
not
would have
get enough
hit it
points
on the left side.
Oh,
to catch
So-
CDs.
you are really good at that. I saw you at finals.
Well, I understand that we're going to actually bring Mr. Hendricks over, who just won his first game of Pinburgh. And to add to the many other accomplishments that he has accomplished over the weekend, now he has actually won a game of Pinburgh. And Pete, welcome to the booth, and welcome to PAPAtv Live.
Thank you, John.
I don't got anything to ask you, but I just wanted to do a pretend interview here. Actually, you know what? Actually, how does it feel to have won your first league finals? A serious question.
Serious question. It felt like a weight off my shoulders trying so long. I mean, I finished second in season 2, and then it's like, are you ever going to win? Are you ever going to win? It's just a sign for people out there to, if there's something you want to do, keep trying, and eventually it may happen.
So it finally took 30 seasons.
30 seasons.
Well,
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
we were all very happy for you to see that you finally got it done. I mean, you're a very deserving, high-quality, skilled player, and now Mahesh has no one to cry with.
Oh, Greg.
Well, he can cry with Greg now. So there's a couple other players that are still looking for their first championship, and
Yeah, I'll cry too.
I hope that you don't have to wait another 32 seasons for you to get your second one, Pete. So
I hope not, too. It's time to start picking a new bucket list item. Got a state championship, got a league championship. Next is the, what's this thing called?
Pinburgh.
Next
this
is the
Pinburgh. Next
right
is the
here.
Pinburgh championship.
Okay, well,
That Iron Maiden game was bad, but now I'm back in it.
well, you're right back in the game, and now you have 4 points because 4 wins. I'm sorry, I wanted to say they were points because I like points, but Doug says I shouldn't say points.
They're wins, and I really only have 3.
All right. Well, congratulations, Pete. and
Thanks, John.
Good luck moving forward on the third game of the match, which will be Fishtails. So I'd like to actually bring up compensation for volunteers at Replay FX for a second. There's something very important. We need people to sign up and volunteer to do slots of time at Replay FX.
We need help.
If you do 4 hours, you will get a pass for either Thursday or Sunday plus a T-shirt. If you do 8 hours, you get a 2-day pass and a T-shirt. If you do 16 hours, you get a pass to the entire weekend plus a T-shirt. And there will also be some free swag that I have that will be given away to the volunteers. We really appreciate it. And also, I'd like to mention that we do need people who are willing to do help us with teardown for the event. So people who can stay on Sunday afterwards to help us set up, people who possibly could come in on Monday after the event's over. Wow, look at all those cool cosplayers. Those outfits are awesome. And, you know, this is also a time you can check out Replay FX information at replayfx.org. This year we are taking over the entire second floor of the convention center. We will have over 4.3 acres. Or 7 acres, I think Fred said. I don't know. It's huge. Huge.
It's insanely huge.
So we need help to make it go smoothly.
All right, so we're going to bring you a couple more games from the Intergalactic Pinball Tournament, which is the second largest pinball tournament in the world. you will get to play Mars God of War,
Ooh.
which is a 1982 Gottlieb.
It's got a beautiful mirror black back glass that I love.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah, this is what they call, what do they call these? Infinity back glasses.
Yeah, that
That's
sounds
it.
right.
And this is, you can get a 3-ball multi-ball game. This game was really interesting because you can control the angle at which you launch the ball. It actually has a motor that moves the, where's that volcano? I might be wrong.
I think you're
I'm
confusing
lying.
with that volcano, John.
See, look, don't trust what I say. That's the most important thing about PAPAtv Live is I can say the wrong things all the time. And I sound believable because I have a deep voice, but don't trust me. Okay. The second game is actually the one that's close to my heart. This is actually my game that'll hopefully be in the tournament. It's called Knockout. It's a ballad game. It's
super fun.
It's super fun.
It is super fun.
This one plays really, really well, and it's really mean, which is just what you want. Shoot spinners, get your bonus up to 15 times, and you can get a chance at an extra ball or special on the top lane. And then you can double the bonus if you go down through the center when it's lit.
So this is your copy of the game, John?
It is.
We're going to put that on 5-ball?
No, I don't know. I don't know. That is to be determined by the
3-ball.
tournament directors.
3-ball knockouts.
Doug says it'll be on 2-ball. Okay.
I like Doug.
Okay, so this is the game Kiss, which is not the new Stern game
It's
Kiss.
the original.
This is the 1978 Bally version of the game. How do you play this game? Well, the most important thing to do is go over the center inlane, center rollover up top.
Lights the spinners.
Oh, thanks, Bree.
You're welcome.
Well, that was a really great circle, the center one.
I know. Here we go.
And after you do that, it lights the spinners, and then you hit the spinners, and you rack up huge points. You can also get a lot of bonus on this game.
Yeah.
And a classic from 1985,
Oh,
High Speed,
my
Steve
favorite.
Ritchie. The first game designed with an actual storyline that you could really understand.
Based loosely on a true story?
Yeah, I mean, I was told that it was based on a true story of, things that just happened. So,
The point is, you got to run that red light.
well, yeah, we actually did some cool coverage of this game in the past. This game plays amazingly well, and you can either go for multi-balls or you can actually just play the freeway strategy, which is
that's my
another way to do
favorite.
it. Yeah. So now we're going to give you a brief update on how the players are doing in the match.
Okay, right now we have Fred Cochran in the lead with 5 points, followed by Chris Stevens with 3 points. He also tied with Petey Hendricks at 3 points, and Jake with 1 point after 2 games.
That's great. And now we're going to
As we're going to go on to our next game, which
we're going
is
to do the keys to the game for Fishtails, which is Fishtails is the first the three. Evan's going to read those for us. He's just joining us. Evan Bookbinder, welcome to the booth, and go ahead and give us the keys to the game for Fishtails.
Thanks, John. Fishtails keys. There's a monster out there. Roll through an inlane to light one of the boat ramps. Shoot 6 lit boat ramps to start a valuable monster fish hurry-up on the left spinner. Completing a monster fish adds value to the next monster fish. Second key, reel it in. Shooting the lock scoop locks balls for multi-ball. And locking 3 balls will start your multi-ball. And most of the other features in the game are still available during multi-ball, while jackpots can be scored by locking a ball in the scoop and then shooting around the left orbit into the top saucer. And if you get as far as super jackpots, they are definitely game-breaking at 100 million point starting value. Go ahead, I dare ya, is the final key. Shoot the right orbit when lit to advance the captive ball in the dead center of the playfield, which has awards on the boat. Shooting that captive ball awards millions plus hold bonus, pretty cool video mode, the lucrative rock the boat mode, an extra ball, and then finally instant multi-ball in that order. But go ahead, I dare ya, because it's a pretty risky shot.
Yeah, I know, Evan. I don't know. What would you forecast the potential for somebody surviving all those shots?
About the chance of rain this weekend, near 0.
Wow, all right.
I like how you did that. So Fred steps up there. There was a ball save, which was good because Fred immediately drained.
Yeah.
And let's see how he's going to approach this. He's going to go for monster fish and go a safe strategy. It looks like it. Oh, my. Sling action. This is not where he... Oh, boy. He gets it back.
He
Looking for
does.
Fred.
He's monster fishing.
Yeah, he's got 3 of the shots. He missed a little bit to the left. Uh-oh.
Oh, and
yeah,
there's-
that's gone.
Bye-bye.
Nothing but outlane.
But at least those 3 do carry to the next ball, so you don't have to start over getting all 6 from scratch.
That is good, but, I mean...
Obviously, you don't want to do that, but...
No.
So let's see with... Oh, wow. He takes the long cast, which is good because now his captive ball is lit for video
Yeah.
mode. And he also took a shot at the go-ahead I dare you shot.
Oh, yes. What a...
That is the 3rd time this evening that Pete has made a ridiculous outlane save by pounding on the side of the machine. It reminds me of saves I'd like to make.
Yeah, I feel you.
saves you'd like to
So
make?
the one thing Petey did there, we talked about that center captive ball being very dangerous, but you can use the ball save time to take a few good whacks at it to get that underway. So Petey, in ball save, managed to not only get the second one lit, which is a lucrative video mode, but also collected the whole bonus, which is the first one. Tough ball there for Chris.
Yeah, Chris takes a nothing ball. I don't know. So Pete and Chris are tied for second place right now, and
And they're essentially tied, or Fred and Pete are essentially tied in this game.
Yeah,
Right.
They're essentially tied in the standings.
well, I mean, this is a good chance for Jake. Jake needs to have a really big game here to get back into the match because he's struggling a bit.
The other tough thing about this game is the lightning flippers. Did we talk about those yet?
No, but go ahead and tell us about lightning flippers.
So this was one of a handful of games in the early 90s that featured lightning flippers, and they're named because there's little lightning bolts on each flipper, which of course as a meteorologist I found to be pretty cool. But what's not cool is they're 1/8 of an inch shorter than regular standard Bally-Williams flippers, which may not sound a lot, but you add a 1/4 inch
Yeah,
spacing
that's
to the center drain.
Yeah, you're
and
taking an 1/8 inch off of each
there
side.
you go.
Yeah, taking an 1/8 inch off of your save is not what you want to do usually.
Nope.
And it makes it tougher to trap the ball as well.
Now, notably, Jake got 19 million points on that ball, which actually takes him into first place.
That was a good
I don't know
start.
if that's going to hold up, but we'll see.
All right.
Fred goes right back to the strategy he was going for, which is the monster fish.
Here he goes. Can he do it?
One more, and he'll light
that's-
the monster fish. Oh,
And that was the side he wanted to collect that last fish on as well, because
I know. It was
set him up.
Right.
Right, so if you go up the right part of the boat ramp, it feeds down to the right flipper, and then you can just punch it through the spinner.
Yep.
However, on some fishtails, which obviously if you have practice, you can figure this out, if you can get a ball trapped on the left flipper, sometimes you can backhand for the monster collect there as well.
Ah.
Well, it looks. Pete has gotten his video mode, and you can see in the top left corner of the screen, Pete is shooting people. And now it is in the center screen, making it harder for Pete to concentrate when it moves around like that.
So you're trying to shoot the boaters and jet skiers, and the further back they are, the more points they're worth. So there's some selective way to play
26 million points. Pete moves in the first place by
Video
doing
mode
that
is
video mode.
so lucrative in this game.
Oh, nice nudge. The fish finder.
It's a
Takes
mystery
us 4
award.
million.
So that fish finder is lit by the right in lane.
Look out! Look out! Yep.
Not
yep,
that
yep,
time.
Yep. I don't know if they get away with that video mode in this day and age. I mean, like go get torpedoes and shoot people.
If they're interfering with your fishing tournament.
And what does that have to do with fishtails, anyways?
They're interfering with the fishing tournament. You're clearing the lake, I think.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's really thin plot that I'm working with here, John.
I think you're
but
correct.
That sounds good to me.
I think it's kind of like going rogue and going, get out of my lake, and just.
Chris is really struggling right here, but he did get a fish stretched, which gives him one fish towards he can get to a feeding frenzy if he gets all those fish collected.
And that's done by hitting the dangerous left and right stand-up targets.
Big move. I think it was necessary. I don't think he could avoid that tilt there. He you have to try to save it because what's your bonus? A million points?
I was just going to say, the bonus in this game is so puny, generally speaking. You might as well go for it.
Fishtails, the game that taunts you if you don't plunge fast enough.
Yeah, did it just yell at him?
Yeah, it sure did.
Jake did hit that captive ball the first time, but it didn't go far enough up to register. That time it did.
Oh, he tried to backhand the ramp because the other one was lit. That's actually a neat strategy he tried there. Oh my goodness, we don't want to see that.
A lot of side-to-side action.
Oh my
here.
goodness, and he gets the in lane.
And he decides to get some more side-to-side. No, he's got it trapped.
There we go.
Okay. He's got a fish, and...
Whoa, notice that came completely to a different flipper than I thought it would come to, so...
Oh, he hit the drop target, so his locks are now lit. You can see the green targets up to the top right.
He's opened the boathouse.
Backhand.
That you can get away with as a backhand to at least hit the drop target down on some games. I'm not sure about ours here.
I tested it earlier. It did not work.
Okay.
And that's really a flipper adjustment, is how far...
And that's a good adjustment to have, is I don't think that should be backhandable.
I want to say that Jake's inaccuracy caught up with him because he got quite a few in lanes on that ball, and he bricked quite a few more shots, which is a shame, but
hey, we're at ball 3 already, guys.
He's sitting in second place at $27 million, so...
And the real death machine awaits these players for Game 4.
So...
Oh, that could have been the end. That's it.
That's
it. So Fred has entered...
Fred has entered a world of pain.
Yeah, I mean, he's guaranteed at best third position, and I really don't even think that even has a chance of holding. So his first place standing right now is in dire jeopardy.
Pinburgh title might be slipping away.
Minberg.
Big
Pinburgh,
Minberg.
I'm sorry. All right, Boat Ramp Hendricks here, dialed in. And you see you get some pretty decent points here when you combo these up.
Oh, he didn't get the
I'm not
bounce
a fan
over.
of that move.
I would not have either.
I would have actually shot the ramp again
yeah.
and then gone for the monster fish. I think by getting a little excited, he decided to do a pass over that might have been ill-advised.
You got lightning flippered.
So Chris has a chance to get some points towards catching things back up. But
He needs.
that's it. That's it.
And that's it.
Does
for
he
Chris.
have enough even to catch Fred? I think he might. It's going to be very
1.4
close.
mil.
Going to be close.
He did not catch
He did
Fred.
not
Oh
catch
my
Fred.
gosh.
Fred gets a miracle point out of that game, and
Yeah.
I would have put a lot of money on that and lost.
but the real story here is Jake stepping up as player 4. He needs a first place finish, or at least, I mean, he needs some points to get back into this match. The only way he can actually accomplish this is by crushing this game right here, if he wants a chance at winning this championship.
and he
Oh,
up and overed.
Well, that ain't
Ouch.
going to help.
Nope.
You can see the frustration on his face. I mean, what are you going to do about something like that? It's coming. Your ball's over.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's a save in the book for that one.
And who do we want to speak to on after this one? John, you want to bring Pete back over here?
Well, it looks like our winner of another game is Pete Hendricks. Pete Hendricks is putting a chokehold on the competition here at Minberg 2018. The very first Minberg. Pete, welcome back to the booth, and congratulations on taking another win in this tough-fought tournament.
Hi, John. It's great to be back. I heard one of the keys to the game was shoot the captive ball if you dare, so I dared.
And it looks like it paid off for you because you were able to get the video mode, and you got 27 million points on just that mode, which was enough to propel you to the lead.
Yeah, sometimes you can win at pinball by not playing pinball.
This is true. Sometimes
Like,
video mode is the way to go.
Like Baby Pac-Man, right, Evan?
I might know a little something about Baby Pac-Man. The whole
that's
game's
right.
video mode.
That is video mode. Well, Pete, Let me ask you another question about this weekend. You took second in 2 other bigger tournaments this weekend, besides just your first place that you took in the Pittsburgh Pinball League. So you told me earlier that you had started the weekend around rank 180th. Where do you think you're going to move up to after all these great finishes you've had?
After this weekend, I'll probably be around 120. I like to hang out in the 100 to 200 range. Right when I get around 200, I'll have a good weekend and go back up, and now the free fall will begin again.
So is that going to be your strategy, is just a free fall and not try anymore for a bit?
No, I'll try. It'd be awesome to get the invite to go to Italy next year. But
I would like to see you go. We would love to have some traveling companions if we're able to make it ourselves.
It'd be awesome. A lot of great competition out there, and I've never been to Italy, so something for all players to shoot for, really.
But definitely some great play, Petey.
Thank you.
Well done.
All right, we're going to actually introduce the third set of games for the the fourth set of games for the Intergalactic Pinball Championship tournament thing happening at Pinburgh. The first is a favorite that is close to my heart, Bram Stoker's Dracula. Are you a fan of this game, Evan?
I am. I owned it for a while, although it wasn't inside of a coffin like this great flyer here, but another game that has an awesome video mode.
A game
It's
you
not going
can
to win you the game, but
really sink your teeth into.
I want to flip the flippers.
But yeah, more lightning flippers, awesome multi-balls. I think the missed multi-ball is one of the coolest mechanical
That's a great
inventions of pinball that I've seen.
It's a tough, punishing game. And let's take a look at the second game, Grand Prix by Williams. So this is another electromechanical game. And this is one of those games where you get assigned a bonus collect at the start of each ball, and then you'll get that when you finish your ball. The other bonus collect can only be done by hitting a special hole on the playfield. But I think the most important thing about this game is spinners.
I agree.
Yeah.
You got to hit those spinners, and you got to make the spinners melt down.
Boy, the theme with car themed games here continues here.
Yeah, how about it? So this is the follow up to High Speed. This is called The Getaway, a 1992 or 3
92
Williams game, and this you can actually see Steve Ritchie on the back box of this one. There's a similar story going on here. I think something's going on with
I
this.
think this guy likes running from the cops, John.
I think so too.
So running,
Driving fast,
Donuts,
living on the edge.
picking up some donuts.
I like donuts.
Me too.
and
But the Supercharger is just a great feature. Oh, and
And the Creature.
One of my favorite games of all time.
Creature is one of the most beautiful John Trudeau games that was designed, and it's such a complete package of awesomeness. I absolutely can't play this game well, no matter what I do.
I'm right there with you, John.
There's so many different ways to play it. That's
I
what
can
love
do the
about it.
things, but not in the course of one, not even in the course of 2 or 3 games. But eventually I'll do all the things, play enough Creature.
Well, let's take an update and see how our players are doing after 3 games played. So we got Pete, Jake, Fred, and Chris. Why don't we? Let's see. Everybody's.
We have
Jake can play
highs.
spoiler. Oh wait, no, he's got 3.
No,
what am I talking about?
So either Chris or either Fred or Pete is going to win the first Pinburgh. That's guaranteed, just because of how it breaks down. So basically, they're playing against each other to see who can win. Now, Chris and Jake can possibly take as high as second place if they have a really good game, and if either Pete or Fred finishes last.
That's correct.
So it's shaken down to be a 2-man race to the finish line, and I'm really curious to see if Fred or Pete can finish the race strong. So this is Nitro Groundshaker. It's another semi-classic game, so I would pick Fred as an instant favor on it, but gosh, you never know. You never know what's going to happen.
Nope, but Nitro Groundshaker, we were just talking about Grand Prix, so not too dissimilar. And the keys to the game, head-to-head bonus, like we were just talking about with Grand Prix. There are 3 bonuses in this game, a left bonus, a right bonus, and a super bonus. The left and right bonuses are advanced by various features on the game. Generally, the left side of the playfield for left and the right side of the playfield for the right bonus. And the super bonus is lit by completing the letters A, B, C, D, E, and F on the playfield. We'll show you that in a bit. Start your saucers. Shooting the top saucer lights the right spinner for 1,000 points a spin, adds to your bonus, and may add one or both of your bonuses to the collect bonus saucer and or light the double bonus. It does a lot of stuff. Shoot
Sure
this
does.
from the plunge to easily get started. That is probably the most important key to the game. And the third key is Nitro Boosted Collection. Shooting the left saucer will advance both bonuses as well as collect any bonuses that were lit from the top saucer. And this will not reset the current bonus. So the saucer shot can be repeated and worth up to 116,000 points.
All right, so thanks, Evan, for the keys to the game. And
All
it
right.
looks like Fred's stepping up to the plate, and he's going to show us what he's made of.
Nitro.
Skin, bones, and blood, says Fred.
And
Well.
water. Probably some water.
Probably some water. Yeah, lots of water. All right, he plunges. Let's see if he can get that hole from the plunge. Oh, he does not. That's sort of unfortunate.
30 points. Oh, boy.
Wow. Okay. Two little flipper mistakes, and I think the nerves of the situation are getting to him. The Pinburgh championship
Perhaps.
is on the line, and the guy who's had no problem with his nerves during championships. Look at that! He got the spinner light and he backhanded it. Who does that?
He does. Hey, John, I'd like to take this moment here. If you notice at the bottom of our screen there, we have a URL for a GoFundMe.
ahead.
I think people should click on that or visit that link. I think people should give money to the WIPT and Path of Play events. I think that would be awesome. It is a 50-50. I believe half the donation would go to each charity.
Right.
Yes.
Well,
Thank you.
One is not technically a charity. It is
Yeah.
the Women's International Pinball Tournament, and
Which
the
will be
other is
during
technically a
that
charity.
tournament is taking place during Replay FX, correct?
Yeah, that's correct, and that is sold out at this point. But there is a waiting list you can still get on. Although I think the waiting list is probably pretty deep for an inaugural event, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that was impressive to watch some of the gals here in Pittsburgh literally sell that tournament out, and it was a minute.
Yeah, it sold out pretty darn quickly, I believe.
I mean, the prize pool is huge. The entry fee wasn't ridiculous. Why wouldn't you want to get involved? Oh, look at that. Chris is taking a hard round here. I mean, he doesn't have a chance to win the Pinburgh, but I got to say that some of it's been induced by cruel actions by the games. Let's see if Jake can come back and redeem himself by crushing Chris.
All right, he gets the saucer right off the bat.
That was a good shot. That was a very good shot. Let's see if he nudges out of this. He does, and he...
Oh,
right
right
back
back
in.
up there.
Fantastic.
I'd do that nudge again.
But that kickout's not the same every time, John, so...
He didn't do that nudge again.
So we talked about the super bonus, and if someone gets this, it's probably going to be by accident because you've got to make 6 shots, the 2 upper lanes, 2 stand-up targets,
And the
and
2
then
in
the 2
lanes.
in lanes for E and F.
Yeah.
No problem.
Short of luck or shatzing, if you're getting to have a really good ball alley passing, I don't see this being done intentionally, but here we are. The E and F already collected. Those are the 2 hard ones.
And this is important if he can get a good spinner rip. He's a little
Oh,
early
my
on that.
God.
Oh, my
look
gosh.
at that.
There was a nice, gentle nudge that persuaded the ball to come back into play. Fred is using his powers of persuasion, which isn't like my meat hooks.
Oh, he
as
missed the
calls them.
spinner, John.
Yep, he wants to get that ball
Yeah,
up
but
top.
And
His accuracy is a little bit off here in the final game. I think the nerves are getting to him.
I think he's getting a little snippy with us here at the booth, too, John, at this point.
I wouldn't blame him for getting snippy at us at the booth because he could probably hear what we're saying.
Yeah, but we didn't give them a headset this week to talk back. So
Yeah. So now Pete's going to be upset though that he missed his plunge for a double bonus. But you know, hey, you got to get back up there and getting that trip to the hole. That's important too. Let's see if he
That's-
nudges.
Nope.
No, he nudged the heck out of that.
it seems that feed might not be bad if you don't do anything. It's coming to the right flipper.
Not all the time, buddy.
I'd rather nudge it out. Than,
I have to agree with John. Oh,
Oh, nice.
And there's the 4th amazing save for Pete today.
Oh my goodness. They just keep coming. He wants this. He wants the championship for Pinburgh. Nobody else has been a Pinburgh champion before, and Pete really is going for it.
Pete got the special there. I don't
Which
know
was
what
0
that was
points?
worth. Nothing.
Yeah, but he has 111,000 points, which is way more than what Fred has at this point. Although I got to point out, if Fred gets a double bonus ball and gets a couple trips up to that hole, that difference can melt away.
CD's just lit double
Oh,
on his
great
plunge.
Another beautiful nudge by Chris. They're so elegant, dare I say.
You may dare. Oh.
Another one.
I can't play like I can't do those. I can't do it like that.
Nice way to
It's amazing.
backflip to catch that to a trap too.
All right, I would want to hit this left hole.
With the
There
left
it-
hole,
oh.
add 3 and collect double. So,
Did you see how he saved that to the in lane so it was a controlled feed?
oh my
Oh
goodness!
my gosh.
Gets away with a little bit of a machine move there, but he needed it.
I thought he was going to get inserted there.
He needed it. Let's see if he can get this hole.
And that collects for 24.
Nice dead bounce. Good spinner hit.
That was interesting. I don't know. I might have tried to tap pass at that point. Maybe he. Oh, look at that.
Beautiful.
That's going to be worth a lot of points.
That's going to be
Look at that.
32.
And he moves into first place, and he gets a nasty feed out of the hole again. That's
But
2 balls he lost that way.
Yeah,
Another 30-something thousand there for what, 185.
Oh,
Yeah, he
I mean,
just,
I get it's worth it, right?
but totally.
Oh, Jake gets the double bonus, so this is his chance.
Oh, and he
that's
tilted.
well. And the game says, Jake, there's not a chance.
Fred's going to let that tilt bulb settle down for a minute here, as any competitor would in a situation like this, where you're a player before you tilted.
I don't know. I think he's just stalling.
He may be just stalling for time as well. That's one of my strategies. Because I'm
Alright.
winning until I plunge the ball in my head.
Fred was actually trying to get his nerves under control because he's pretty nervous in this situation. You can see it by his body language.
He just lit the super bonus. Oh, he just got another in lane. He's buying
he
them.
needs these. He needs these in lanes because he needs to catch the 111, or he's not going to have a shot at being the champion.
And you know
And
what?
that's it.
his
That's
shot's
it. We have a
done.
winner for the Pinburgh 2018 championship, and it is Pete Hendricks, the guy who cannot be stopped this weekend.
This is his
And-
weekend,
Oh
man.
my goodness!
Yeah.
Well, that ball said.
He says, "I don't need any more points. I have crushed you all." And what are we gonna do? What are we gonna say to that? Chris currently has the longest ball time at 1 minute and 4 seconds.
That's actually a pretty high ball time for
Yeah,
this
I
game.
think so as well.
Considering that he cradled it for 1 minute of that time period.
It,
Nailed that spinner.
it counts. And that's something we're going to hopefully try at Pinburgh, too, with some of these live stats. I think that's a pretty cool addition to this broadcast.
We're seeing what works, what doesn't work. That was one of the points we were trying to do here today.
All right, he's got the shot dialed in. Hopefully the feed coming back to the flippers is nope.
No, that one was safe. That one was savable. I'm
That-
going to go out on a limb. The other two, he was done.
I think if
That
just
one, he
took
was too
the-
busy trying to
so-
shake it, and he lost his mojo on actually saving it. And
Jake for pride and glory.
Jake for pride and glory, and for a potential third place. Actually, no, for a potential second place. Right? He could get in the tiebreaker if he could take first place on this.
The tiebreaker is going to be on this game since we have the camera there already.
Oh, look at that! That is what he
That's
needs.
big.
He has an opportunity now. Let's see if he can hit this hole about like 8 times.
Oh, no, no, no,
Oh,
no.
rejected.
No, no, no.
Gets it back.
Oh, he gets it
That
back,
was a
and he
great-
backhands. He backhands the ramp or the spinner.
That's a
It might
spinner.
as well have been a spinner, a ramp. Gosh, I don't even know what it was. I'm so impressed. Oh, he traps up.
Right.
Let's see what he decides to do here. Okay, he decided to break.
Ah!
He decided not to shoot the spinner
He
and
missed
instead
the spinner
of
and,
shoot the white stand-up target, which led to his death.
Oh, we got a tie break.
And
So
it
we're
looks
gonna
like
have the tie break
Looks
here.
like we do have a tie break here. So let's find out what happens.
Not for first. Petey's in the clubhouse signing his tour card.
Yeah,
so.
Pete has won the first Pinburgh, but going for second place is a tiebreak between Fred and Chris. Chris, who won that last game, managed to get the points needed to catch Fred, and Fred, who decided to drop a goose egg on that final game.
I got to tell you, I think Chris has the advantage here. Fred's shaking with nerves. His sweat's pouring off his forehead.
I mean, he had a shot at winning the whole championship just a minute ago, and now that shot's over. His hopes and dreams have been crushed by the man with the hat.
Okay, gets it back up top. Some saucer action. And look who we have in the booth, John.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, great nudge.
What a great nudge. That was a really awesome nudge.
Welcome, Petey Hendricks, to the booth.
Pete,
Thanks, Evan. Thanks, John.
Pete, congratulations on winning yet another championship. You are on a streak that is unparalleled by the great minds of pinball.
I'm sure Keith's had a streak like this once or twice in his life, but outside of that,
Oh, okay. So we'll put you in the we'll put you in the company of Keith Elwin.
Wow, that's a
Thank
big
you.
bonus count.
now look at this. Now that the pressure's off, Fred is just showing this game.
I'm telling you, I think his nerves got to him in the last game, and he might have had he was intimidated by the pinball stuff you've done this weekend. And sometimes people get that way. They're intimidated by those tough players.
I was really worried that tilt on the first ball was going to cost me, but things worked out.
The thing that I don't think the people watching the stream could see, though, was Fred slapped the side of the cabinet, the left side of the cabinet, as the ball was coming back out of the saucer. And the thought process there is to knock it slightly off this wall. Wow.
Oh,
Tilted, but good move. Anyways, Fred's trying to
That
get
was
it
so
down
cool.
to the right flipper. So
you get no points for that, but it makes you smile.
Fred's got a commanding lead now.
Yeah, but Chris got some cool style points for that save.
He did.
Tilt or not.
Unfortunately, the display doesn't award for those.
Look out.
Caught the edge of the flipper there. Puts it right back up top.
Fred's always had a good eye for that. It looks dangerous, but he knows where it's when
So
it's
he's
going
gonna
to get to the tip, and he'll be able to pass it over.
Yep, he's going to slap the cabinet, and it works. So you see the ball came convincingly to the right flipper off that sidewall.
Yeah, that was definitely convincing.
But you hit it too hard, and the tilt bob's right near where his hand was.
Oh, that was a great tip save into the end lane.
Sometimes you have to take those chances, though. Letting it go is going to result in nothing. So, I mean, you could hope or you can try to survive.
So this is a
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
That's the second
rejected.
time he's gotten rejected out of that hole on this ball.
nice trap.
That was not accurate.
But another nice, like Petey said, he keeps catching the tip of these flippers, which is not easy. These Bally flippers are rounded at the end as opposed to the more narrow tip Williams flippers. It's a lot harder to catch.
Oh.
I thought he had it.
He
That was-
he nudged it back in and nudged it back out. He hit the game so hard. And I would be a little frustrated too if 3 of the 5 shots I made up to that hole got rejected back out of it. Chris has a huge hill he's got to climb here.
Oh,
but
nice.
That's how you start it, by making a save.
Now, I mean, they keep going for that hole, and I know it adds collects your bonus and gets you 3, but
Great drop catch.
It doesn't collect his bonus yet because he doesn't have the bonus
right,
collects lit.
right,
He needs to get the hole at the top.
right. That's I'd be playing spinner and top right there.
Oh
my goodness.
Wow.
Oh, that is
Chris is putting on a clinic of saves today.
That was nice, and here we
world-class
go.
flipper skills.
Oh, look at this. He has it. Those drop catches are so clean.
Yeah, he's definitely someone I try to emulate with that skill,
I
and
can't-
I'm not even close.
I don't even try to emulate him. because I know I can't do it. It's sort of like me watching Bo and Karen's, play. Like I can't play like them. They're too dang good at those skills.
He's another guy who had a pretty good weekend this weekend. Ooh.
Oh, that ball just lost its momentum, but a decent attempt.
Yeah, that's right, Pete. Chris finished second in league.
Well, I was actually talking about Bo, and he won Pin Mania.
Oh, did he really?
Yes.
Oh, well, okay.
But yes, Chris did too.
Well, congratulations to Bowen and Chris for finishing second.
Fred just trying to put more distance between he and Chris.
And unfortunately, he doesn't do it. So Chris knows now the number that he has to run down. And he's tapping the glass above the hole, saying that he wants a little luck and he wants it to fall in that hole. Well, let me tell you, pinball's not all about luck. It's about skill in plunging this ball. And right now, Chris is showing that he doesn't have the skill of the plunge. Gosh, I feel like one of those golf announcers that used to, murder people for missing a putt from 50 feet.
Shooter McGavin over here,
Yeah. Well, so that wraps up our Pinburgh coverage. And once again, Pete, congratulations on another top finish, winning the inaugural Pinburgh tournament. From all of us here at PAPAtv Live, we'd like to say thank you so much for tuning in. And but before we go, we have 4 more games to reveal for the Intergalactic Pinball Championship Festival Pinball Tournament finish thing. And here we go.
Oh,
beautiful.
It comes back, Catacomb.
Gosh, so there's 2 games I'd like to burn in this bank now, and this is the second.
I heard people in Chicago love this game.
Oh, they love this game. Actually, this is such a gorgeous machine. I just wish it wasn't such a luck box. It feels
Bagatelle.
like it is. Yeah. Well, yeah, we got nothing else to say.
Oh, sweet.
Another luck box.
My favorite game of all time. Another what? You call this a luck box? Are you kidding me? This is the greatest game of all time. 1997 Bally
5.
Attack from Mars. 7, 6.
I think it's 95, but I'm
1992.
That's correct.
The Addams Family, the highest selling modern pinball game of modern times. I wanted to say all time, but that wouldn't be accurate, would it? And
just what we've been searching for.
Boot.
Absolutely.
Should be a fun game to watch qualifying on, whether you'd go for the modes or if you go for the multi-balls.
Or
and
both.
Finally,
oh my goodness,
we've saved the best for last. That's right.
Dino.
A game where you will take a trip to the past and visit scenic Delaware in the past. It has tomorrow's play appeal. Let's not forget that, because if you put this out in location today, people would still be awed that you had the audacity to put this out in location. So
it's got that cool plunge, though, like Fireball.
So once again, congratulations to our finalists, Pete, Chris Hendricks, Fred, and Jake. Pete, congratulations. You crushed it tonight. And we remind you to check out the information for Replay FX at replayfx.org. And once again, this was a broadcast where we wanted to test out some of the technology we're going to be using to run the Pinburgh tournament. And so we thank you for bearing with us. And let us know what you think about it. I mean, we'd love to hear your comments. And big thanks from everybody here at PAPAtv Live who made this possible tonight. You guys rock.
Round of applause.
Thanks so much. And happy flipping to everybody. Have a great, great